Today we're adding triangular prisms. Basically a triangular prism, and this is going to be a not very good drawing, but what you have is two triangles on either end, and they are connected by rectangles, okay? So you're gonna have three rectangles, two triangles on each of these shapes. Like I said, not the best of drawings, but we kind of get the idea. That connecting part's gonna be important for when we do the 3D shapes. With the nets end up looking kind of like this. Some sort of like weird looking rocket almost, where you'll have like some like triangle type wings or fins on the side and three rectangles down the middle. So how do we find the area of a triangle? Base times height divided by 2. So shape 1, we're going to call our triangle. Shape 2, 3, and 4 are the rectangles because the two triangles are the same always, okay? So we're gonna end up doubling shape 1, okay? So area of a rectangle is what? Base times height. So we got base times height for our other three shapes. So now what we're doing is we're plugging in the values, we're filling these numbers. With the triangles, just like before, we want to find the 90-degree angle. The base and the height make the 90-degree angle. So you can see here my base and my height are 3 and 4. It doesn't matter which is base, which is height. It's just use the two that make the 90-degree angle. So we got 3 times 4 divided by 2. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 2, 6. How many triangles are there though? 2. So we're going to go ahead and double it. You could do 6 plus 6, so you can add them up also as you're working on it. All right, now, you remember how I said this was two triangles that were like connected by a bunch of rectangles, right? The number that connects the triangles is going to be used for all three rectangles. So the triangles are connected by those lines, right? Well, those are the same lines, right? So what number is that? 7. So all three of my rectangles are going to use that 7. Everybody kind of see how that looks? The number that connects the two triangles, is that 7 part of the triangles? No. But it connects the two triangles. That's for all three rectangles. The other number for the rectangles are the sides of the triangle. So we got 3 here. So 7 times 3, that's 21. We got 4 here. So 7 times 4, that's 28. You can see the 5 right here. If we folded this net up, that 5 would actually also be the third side of the triangle. But we got 7 times 5, that's 35. And then we add them up. 12 for the two triangles, plus 21, plus 28, plus 35. And that should give us 96. Did someone else work that out? Was that right? 96? Just making sure. I'm doing it in my head, so sometimes you make a mistake. All right. This ain't horrible, is it? I think it's a little trickier than the rectangular prisms. All right, so flip that sheet over. At the top, we got another one. This one's a little weird. You'll notice it has only two shapes listed. The reason why it has only two shapes listed is this triangle is an equilateral triangle. What's equilateral mean? Every side's the same. So all three sides are 8. Okay? So what we still have a triangle. So still have base times height divided by 2. And we're going to have rectangles. So with our triangle, what two numbers are making the 90-degree angle? 7 and 8. We got the 8 right here, the 7 right there, and you can see they make the right angle. So 7 times 8 divided by 2. 7 times 8 divided by 2 is 28. We got 2 triangles. So that gives us 56 for our triangles. Okay? All right, shape 2. That's the rectangles. We got 11.2 times 8. That gives you 89.6. How many rectangles are there, though? 3. So in this case, they're the same. So we can just multiply that by 3. $268, I think. All right, then we got to add those up to get our total. 56 plus 256, or sorry, 56 plus 268.8. One of y'all do that. $324.8. Okay? Any questions on that? To me, this one's a weird one. Could you see one with equilateral triangles? Yeah. Are you most likely to? Probably not. You're more likely to see them looking like this, where all three sides are different, okay? It does happen sometimes where you see the equilateral triangles. It's just not a super often kind of thing. Any questions on it? All right, let's look at some of the ones with 3D shapes then. Not on your sheet. So just kind of follow along. All right, so when you have the 3D shape, first thing we need to do is find the right angle. Right angle is right here. The two sides that make the right angle are here and here. So that's our triangles. We got 12 times 5 divided by 2. That's 30. There's 2 of them. So that gives us 60 for the triangles. Okay? What number is connecting the two triangles? 8. All right, everybody see what I mean by connecting the two triangles? That is not part of the triangle. The triangle is right there. 8 is not part of it. It connects one triangle to the other. Okay? So all 3 of our rectangles are going to use 8. Okay? Then what are the sides of the triangle? We got 5, 12, and this diagonal here is 13. So 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 12, 96. 8 times 13, 104. We take all 4 of those and we add them up. And that gives us 300. Okay? Any questions on that? Everybody kind of follow how that works? You want to get the triangles first, find that 90-degree angle. Once you have the area for the triangles, the number that connects them is used all 3 times. And it's just using the sides of the triangle. All right, go ahead and try that one. Jacob, what do you get? 60 is correct. All right, we start with the triangle. Our 90-degree angle is right there. So 3 and 4 are base and height. So we got 3 times 4 divided by 2. That's 6. 2 triangles. That makes 12. There's 2 triangles. No, for Prism, there's always 2 triangles, and the triangles are always going to be the same. Okay? So you do always end up doubling it, which when you divide by 2 and you multiply by 2, it brings you right back to the 2 numbers you multiplied together. But that sometimes gets confusing because it's a triangle. So I don't know which is the best way necessarily for you to do. But yeah, dividing by 2 and timesing by 2, you're going to be right back where you started. All right, so now, what's this side right here? 5. That's the third side of the triangle. So for my rectangles, my sides of my triangle are 1 measurement of the rectangles. The other measurement is the number that's connecting the triangles. To go from triangle to triangle, the connector's right there. That's the 4. So we got 4 times 3, That's 12. 4 times 4, that's 16. 4 times 5, that's 20. When you add all these up, that's where you get the 60. Okay? A couple of y'all I saw making the mistake with which numbers to use for your triangle. Always make sure it's the two that make the right angle. The other mistake I saw a few times was not using that 4 and thinking the 5 is the number to use each time. All right, it's the one that connects the two triangles. Any questions on that? We can spin a shape however, which way we want. So it's not always going to be at the bottom. All right, a little bit different on this one. What's the height on that triangle? 6. Is 6 one of the sides of the triangle, though? No, so are we using 6 for the rectangles? Gray, what'd you get? 420 is correct. All right, our triangle, base, height. So we got 16 times 6 divided by 2, 48, right? Then times 2 for the two triangles, that's 96. All right, now what number is connecting the rectangles? 9. The 9 goes from, connecting the triangles. The 9 goes from triangle to triangle. So the 9 is getting used for all three rectangles, and we're just using the sides of the triangle. So 9 times 10, 90. 9 times 10, because this one's 10 and this one's 10, is 90. 9 times 16, 144. Okay? Everybody good with how I got those numbers? Now you take the three rectangles, add them with the two triangles, and that's how we get the 420. Okay? Any questions? I think this is a little tougher than the rectangular prisms. It still shouldn't be too bad, though. All right, so y'all that were talking about how it's the bottom, you will notice this one looks differently, doesn't it? It doesn't change anything though. Where's my right angle? Right here, with the 3 and the 4, right? So 3 times 4 divided by 2 is 6 times 2, that's 12. All right, my triangles are at the top and the bottom. So which numbers connect in the triangles? 10. So we're going to use 10, all 3 rectangles. So we got 10 times 3, 10 times 4, 10 times 5. That's 30, 40, 50. Then we add them up. And that will give us 132. Okay? So you kind of have to look at the shape. Any shape can be spun whichever direction. You can't always say, oh, this one on the right is going to be the number here, right? You get what I'm saying? You get what I mean, though.